Good afternoon, it's Pam here from Canterbury Craft NZ. I started making this folio and forgot I wasn't recording, so I am just going to talk you through how I've done this. This is the folio number 2. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of, this is graphic 45 paper, I think. I've cut a piece of paper in half. Yes, it is graphic 45 in half, so I've got two 6 by 12 pieces of paper. Then I've created a hinge here, it's a quarter of an inch, I think. Yeah, quarter of an inch, and I've glued them together. And then I've scored, sorry, it's half an inch there, beg your pardon, half an inch there, and then I've to join the two pieces of paper together, and then I've scored at 4 and 4 1/4, then 8 inches, and then 12 and 12 1/4. So I've got little hinges, little what do you call these? Little spines, yeah, within the thing, within the project. So the only one that doesn't have it is this middle page here that's just on the 8 inches. So that's only one score. So it's scored at half an inch on one piece of paper, then you hinge them together, glue them together, and then you score at 4 and 4 1/2, 4 and 4 1/4, 8 inches, 12 inches, and 12 1/4 inches. And then you cut off 4 inches, which is what these two panels are, and one makes a little side pocket and one makes a belly band. So that's your one sheet of paper gone. Now I started decorating things and looking for bits of paper that I wanted to use in this, and I came across a sheet. I've got you don't have to use this paper, but I've got various bits and pieces of graphic 45 because I'm a big graphic 45 fan. I've always enjoyed their cuts, even with scrapbooking. So with my that's going to be my closure, that last panel. So that's when you've scored at 12 and 12 1/4, and that just folds back. So it's going to have a wee panel there. So I've inked around the edges. Can't see that very well, but I have. I might just do a wee bit more. If I can find vintage photo. This looks like it needs a wee bit more. There. And I'll do it on the spines as well. The only reason I've done these spines is when you fold it up, even if you score it at 4, 8, 12, it does lose its shape a bit. So that's why I've scored it the way I have. So that tucks in over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it, and I found this paper called, I think it's called Communique. What's it called? Oh, Times Nouveau, and what's this one called? Communique collection. It's a very old collection, and I've had it for donkey's years in my scraps. I just bought a few odd bits of paper at one stage. I was doing something, obviously. So what I've done is I've cut various things out, various pockets and things, and I'm going to try and put these together in some sort of order. So I'm going to start with my closure, and I'm going to use this little piece here as the closure. It's just going to be a tuck-in closure. So I'm just going to ink around the edges and get that stuck down, and we will go from there. Sometimes it's nice just to have something different as a closure rather than tying it all around with a ribbon. And you can slip this into a journal pocket, like at the front of your journal or whatever. Oh, this glue, it's on its way out, this one. It's just about finished, but it's pretty clogged up. Anyway, oh come on, my pin's just about to break too, I think. And what do I do with that little piece of paper? There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue half of it half of it down, and that will be the start of our wee project. I quite like making folios, they're good fun, and they make nice heavy mails too. Just want to make sure that's in the right place. It's a bit high actually. Oh dear, I've done that a bit high. Come down a wee bit. Now I've got sticky fingers already. Okay, so that's made my closure, and that just fits in there and hold it closed. So it's got Who's Who in Hollywood. So then for my next piece, I am going to I'm just going to put these around. I'm going to make a scrappy notebook for that bit. Then these two pieces are just going to be made into tags. This isn't a writing thing, it's just a fun thing to have in a journal. So I'm not going to bother. Actually, I am going to bother. I'm going to keep these square, I think, just to tuck into that thing. Then I've got my score lines there, my 2 score lines, which you can see here. And I'm going to make a scrappy notebook to go there. This piece here, I am going to just ink around the edges. And this is going to make a double belly band. So that's going to go on there. And I'm going to have 2 belly bands. So that one goes there in the middle. Got the shakes today, I'm sorry. She's pretty tired this week. And then we're going to put something in the middle there. That's going to go there. What have we got? We've got Charlie Chaplin, you can go behind there. And that one there. Quite cute. You can go there. That one I've already inked around. And this one is just a decoration. Seen at some movies. I love these graphic 45 papers. I used to make a lot of well, they were journals actually. They were journals, but I didn't call them. I used to call them mini albums. But with the graphic 45 paper, for various paper crafting friends. But that was another lifetime ago. I was living in Auckland. Anyway, so that can just go on there. Just like that little piece there. Right, and then we're going to have that's not going to fit. I think I'm going to make this, I don't know whether that's going to make a pocket there. Is it? It's a shame actually, because it's just a little bit too small, too big. Yeah, no, it's just too big, so that's not going to fit here, is it? So the next thing I'll do is I'll just get my scrap box and see if I can find some scrappy bits of paper to use. All the same sort by the looks of it. What do we got here? That is there. And all sorts of things on this scrappy pile. Oh, I need to keep that piece separate. What have we got? It's funny, you try and find things when you know you've got them and you can't see them for looking, which is a bit silly. Got a few scrap boxes on the go here. That's do a bit of that. It's quite a bit of ledger. There we go. A few bits and pieces there that will do me. Okay. So I'm just going to tear the edges of these. Give them a wee ink round. I think this is a bit of a paper bag. Here's another bit of a paper bag, that's quite cool too. So I'll have that there. Then we'll have a bit of this. Might just make it a little bit shorter. Now winter, typical, isn't it? I really hope everyone's having a lovely day. I'm a bit all over the place today, but that is life. And what have we got here? What is this ledger paper? It can go there. Let's go there on that one. And then we've got this piece, and we want a couple more pieces. Got this little bit of white. Yeah, just cut that down. Here we go. We'll do it. And then, if I can find my picture, it's gone, oh there it is. That can go on there. Okay, it's a wee bit wide. Alright, let's have another go. I'll chop that down a bit. Shouldn't take this long to do it, should it? There we go. Beautiful. And then I'll just put a couple of little staples in there. And then we'll just put a wee band in here for that to hold on to. So it doesn't need to be anything spectacular. I'll just use a bit of this paper here, which is quite cool. There we go. And we'll stick this down, just make sure it's not too wide for the page. Where's that score line? Oh, it's miles too big. It's very hard to see the score lines on this paper. That's where it's going, and that's got a ribbon. Beautiful. Oh, told you I was having a good day. Anyway, that's life, isn't it? And then we'll just pop that little bit through there, and we've got a little scrappy notebook. There we go. Cool. So we've done our belly band, and then we've got we've got to make a little pocket here, which I think we will use this little thing here. Dangerous curves. Here we go. We'll just put this way bit. This says, of all of our inventions for mass communication, pictures still speak the most universally understood language, and that's by Walt Disney, which I thought was very cool. And we'll put a bit of Rudolph Valentino in with that one too. And there we go. Pop that in there. You know you want to go. I might put Rudolph Valentino here instead. There we go. And put this one together. That's better. There we go. Two little things there. Just add that up a wee bit. Right, so that's one side done and finished. So then that just folds up. Like so, like so. And then we've got these 3 pages here. So on the back, obviously it's the front thing. So I've got this little frame here, which I should have stamped on, but I haven't. I might just see if I can find something cute. And I really like this behind it. Now you can afford club life with all its comforts. So I'm just going to glue this on. With that behind it. I'm just gluing these down. You could make this into a pocket if you wish to, but I'm just making it into another piece of ephemera. Here we go. Very cool. So it can go there. You could put acetate in there if you wished, but I'm just gonna. She'll keep it as a side opening pocket. There you go. Compromise. There we go. Yeah. Just going to fit in. Beautiful. That's cool. And then on this one, I will put that little baby. I might just put one of those behind there. Why isn't that sticking? I think my glue's seen better days actually. It's not too good. It's right at the bottom of the pile. And I'm just going to leave these like this, and they can be little pockets if you want to put something in. The Virginian. And dangerous curves. How's that for interesting? Sun shining outside, blue sky. It's a bit chilly, but it's looking lovely out there, which is nice for us in Canterbury. Right, and on here, let's see what we've got. I'm just going to put her there, just as a wee necklace. I've actually hooked her up already. She can go on there. Let's see. That is not straight, is it? At all. How did I do that? Oh. Let's have another go. That's better. Where's my stapler gone? And I'll just trim that a little bit off the top. Right. And even just in these little pockets, I will just put a little bit of writing copy dyed paper that will do for that. And I might even just put some of these little scrappy bits in here for a couple of little general spots. Yep. There we go. Oh, a bit tall, aren't they? That's it. Right. And there we have a little folio. Now obviously that doesn't close, so I could put a Velcro on there to close that off, which I will do shortly when I find them. Anyway, so that's basically it. So it's just, it makes a little folio that comes out like this. Then we've got our pockets, two belly bands, a scrappy notepad, on the back just a bit of ephemera, and then we've got another two pockets. And oh, here's my Velcro dots. Perfect. So I will assemble this properly now. I don't have clear ones, unfortunately. Bit of a pain. don't rip. There we go. There we go. So let's just keep it together. So there we have our little folio, which is quite cute. It could be something happy mail, not overly embellished. Doesn't really need it with these papers, but there you go. Just a quick little thing today. Okay, I hope you have a lovely day, and I will catch you soon. Bye. Bye.